Greetings, this is M squared, and we have been given some equations and been asked to find the slope of these lines. So, two things to keep in mind. The easiest way to find the slope of an equation, if you've been given the line, is to remember the slope-intercept form of a line. Y equals mx plus b. If we get y alone, then the coefficient of x, the number in front of x, is our slope. So that's a good thing to keep in mind. Two other things to keep in mind is when you just have an x or you just have a y. You don't have an x and a y. You have x equals 5 or y equals -3. Just an x or just a y. This is a vertical line, so the slope is undefined or no slope. And this is a horizontal line, so the slope is always 0. So those are important to remember because you'll see those, and if you remember that, it's just really easy. Otherwise you're like, oh no, what is that? I don't know what to do. We don't want that. So keep those in mind. Write those down somewhere and memorize it. So y is alone. That means it's in slope-intercept form. That means I just look in front of x. The coefficient of x is my slope. M equals 4. That easy. Right here to find the slope, y is not alone, so I need to divide everything by 2. Remember, I really just care about what's in front of x. I don't really care about this. This is the y-intercept. They didn't ask me for the y-intercept. 6 divided by 2 is 3, so my slope is 3. Y equals, I only have a y, so remember, that's a horizontal line. My slope is 0. I need to get y alone. This one's a little more work to get y alone. So I'm going to minus 4 from both sides, 4x. So I get -3y equals -4x plus 15. Be careful here, this minus sign switches to a negative when you get rid of that 4x. A lot of people forget it and drop it. Don't you do that. Y is still not alone, so I have to divide by -3. Remember, all I really care about is this. So a negative divided by negative is a positive. My slope is 4/3. All I have is an x, but I need to get the x alone. So I know it's a vertical line. Well, you know, I wouldn't have had to get the x alone. I shouldn't have said you have to get it alone. In this kind of thing, when you're just finding slope, if there's only an x, you know it's undefined. So we wouldn't have even had to do that. That makes it a little easier. Okay, y is not alone. There's a 1/4 in front of it. To get rid of the 1/4, I need to multiply everything by the common denominator of the fraction, so I don't have fractions. So I'm going to multiply everything by 4. It cancels here. I get y minus 8x equals 20. I have to move the 8x to the other side. So remember, I want y alone. Y equals 8x plus 20. And then there's my slope. M equals 8. So if you remember to get things in slope-intercept form, finding the slope of a line given an equation is a pretty easy thing. Good luck. M squared signing out.